so what we have here is clean water from your tap. I'll show you this really quick. This is my artificial light I brought with me. You can see how it's clear. Just got a little bit of stuff in there that's fallen in since we set it on the floor. The reason I show you this is because it's not going to look like that in a few minutes. So this is our rainbow right here. It retails for about $3,300 or a little under $3,400. The reason I tell you the price is to go ahead and let you be aware that this is a valuable machine. It is expensive, but it's going to last you a long time. Okay, so out of the four of you, who has the worst allergies in the house?
I'll say Spade does.
Spade? He has to take probably a lot of medication to kind of cover that.
Yeah.
Anybody got asthma and sinus issues?
We've all got kind of sinus issues, but nobody has asthma.
Well, that's good. That's good to know. My cousin has asthma. It's horrible. All right. So, who dusts the most in the house?
I do.
You do?
Yeah.
How often could you dust if you dusted every time you needed to?
Probably every couple days, once or twice a week.
Every couple of days, and usually it's how often before you see it come back?
Maybe a day or two.
Yeah. It takes about 7 to 11 hours for dust to really settle, depending on who all's moving around in the house and such. Okay, so the reason for me asking these questions is the rainbow purifier helps immediately rid the air of dust, so that way you won't have those issues anymore. So this is the most used portion of the rainbow. This runs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Just running low like this is going to start pulling in all of these little dust particles in your air. So you know how the sun shines in through the window and you see all those little floaties coming in?
Mm-hmm.
But then the sun goes away and you don't really see them anymore, so you don't really think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're still here. You're still breathing them in. Do you know what that's made out of?
What? Dust, dirt, stuff like that?
Dust, dirt, pet dander, human dander, pollen, all that good stuff. Do you know what dust is made out of?
No.
Dust is about 80% of dead skin cells. So we shed about 1 million a day, which actually, you know, kind of adds up. But if we have 1 trillion, then it doesn't affect us that much. So you have all that dead skin coming off. Do you know what eats all your dead skin?
No.
No? You ever seen those mattress commercials where it talks about all the dust mites and everything?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, dust mites is what eats your dead skin. So now you have 80% of your dust is skin cells. And then you have your other 20%, which are dust mites and dust mite carcasses, and then what eats also eliminates. So then you have dust mite fecal matter all over your house. And research has said that 70 to 80% of people are actually allergic to an enzyme that is in dust mite fecal matter. So that's where all your allergies are coming from, especially when you're sleeping on your mattress or hanging around on your couch all day, because that's where we are the most in our homes. So you have all of these floating in the air when everything is still, but when someone comes walking across the floor or comes in, it stirs up so much more of that. So this is what your family is breathing all of the time. Here's how the rainbow purifier works. So somebody comes walking across the rainbow, and it's slowly going to pull all of that dust and stuff into the water where it can't get back out, because once it gets stuck in the water, it's too heavy to fly out. Our motto is "Wet dust can't fly." So once dust goes into the rainbow, it can't come back out. You have clean, fresh air. What you're going to do is set this rainbow off in a corner of your house and just let it run on maintenance mode about 24 hours a day. You want to move it around to different rooms so that way you can clean your whole house. So do you ever drive down dirt roads and you see all that dust flying up behind you?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I've done that.
Do you ever drive down there after a rainstorm? Do you see all that dust there then?
No, there's not really any dust.
No?
A little bit of mud, not a dust cloud.
No. That's because the water's caught all of that dust, so that way it's too heavy to fly anymore. The same concept with this. So instead of, water and precipitation and all that stuff catching it in the air, we bring the air to the water. Same way, like when you shower or when you wash your truck or you wash your dishes, you're not washing it with air, right?
Right.
You're washing it with water because it catches the dirt and it removes it. Same thing here. Now, right here on the side, we have our seal from the Allergy and Asthma Foundation. They did their own independent study. We did not go to them, and they asked us if they could put their seal of approval on our machine because we are the only machine who actually does what we say we're going to do in purifying the air. Now remember, every time you walk across this, it's going to be pulling it in. And those big flakes you just saw going in there was actually a big old flake of skin. So running the Rainbow 24 hours a day makes a huge difference in your air quality at home. So I'll let you go ahead and fill this. This is our low draw. This is how it's going to be about 85% of the time. You put your hand over it. So what this is high.
Yeah.
So now instead of a slow draw, it's pulling it at 150 miles per hour. This can clean about a normal size room about 4 times in 15 minutes. And I know it's really loud, so that way you can turn it on and then go to the gym or go to the grocery store or to work. You can let this run about 8 to 10 hours at a time. It's got a mechanism in it that if it gets 10 degrees higher than running temperature, it'll automatically shut off. It's a safety feature. So, this is now going to be your water after I let it run for about 30 seconds on high and about 10 minutes on low. Would you drink that water?
No, not really.
No? Did you know it's actually safer to drink that than it is for you to breathe it in?
Really?
Yeah. That's because our stomach is a very harsh environment. We have all that we need to kill all of that off before it reaches our intestines where it absorbs the nutrients. However, our lungs do not have that. They have a little bit of mucus in your esophagus and then a couple of nose hairs to protect it. Otherwise, all that stuff that you're breathing in and that's in that water is going straight to your lungs where it's going to get stuck, which causes your sneezing and your coughing and your hacking because your body's trying to eliminate it. So, like I said before, you'll want to move this around your house to run on high about 30 minutes a day to get through the first cleaning phase, and then after that you can run it about maybe once a week, 30 minutes. So the next thing I'm going to show you is that it's also a humidifier. We talked about a little bit of the Rainmate being a humidifier. Well, this one is actually way more powerful than that. It has a little computer chip in there that monitors the humidity in the room, and it keeps it about 15%. And a couple of researchers or articles that we've read state that the humans need to breathe on average about 15% of humidity in your air. So this is going to keep it at that level. It's going to put moisture back into the air if it's too dry in the summer, and it's going to, if it's too dry in the winter, and it's going to take it out if it's too humid in the summer, okay? Alright, so running it like that all the time, your water level is going to go down because it'll evaporate. So what you do is you go get a glass of water, depending on how much water you need. You're going to turn it on high and just pour it straight into there. Alright? So can you tell me of a building where you smelled this before?
Smells like the doctor.
The doctor? Yeah, exactly. That's actually the correct answer. Doctor's office, dentist's office, hospitals, they all use this in their ventilation system because what it is an on-contact germ killer. So this is going to kill 99.97% of all that bacteria in your air. So if your kid comes home with a stomach virus, you don't want everybody to get it because that's taken away from school and work, and then you have to go to the doctor, and it's just a lot of time and money that you could be spending elsewhere. So you put this in there and it kills all that bacteria. No one else has to get sick. And not to mention all that stuff that you're bringing in when you go to the gas station, the grocery store, schools, all that's tracking in on your hands, your clothes, and your shoes. Again, that's going to kill all of it coming in. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to show you is our deodorizer. Do you really like the smell of the hospital?
No, not really.
No, me either. I think it kind of reminds me of, sick people. So what you do is you just put a little bit of scent in there. So now, instead of hospital, you have lemon going in there. This is not going to negate the sanitizer. It's still going to be killing all that germs, but instead you get to smell something other than your local doctor's office. Do you ever cook anything that smells horrible? Like fish, bacon, I think turnip greens, somebody said.
Yeah, we cook fish. I like the smell of bacon, but we cook, collard greens, cantaloupe, cabbage, Brussels sprouts.
Yeah.
Turnip greens.
Do you like the smell of those things the next day?
No.
No? So what this does is it actually pulls in those odors and it gets them out of the air, or gets them into the water, so that way you have clean smells going out, so you don't really have to smell your bacon or your salmon or your cantaloupe for days after that. You can run it while you're cooking. It's not going to harm anything. And what do you use right now to make your house smell good?
We got some Febreze and some like candles.
Candles? So candles are pretty expensive now. You get them from Bed Bath & Beyond or Bath & Body Works.
Or cheap. I buy it from like Walmart.
Yeah. They're still about $5 to $10 a candle there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how much would you say that you use on smell goods a month?
Febreze is kind of expensive. I'd say probably $20 a month or so.
$20? Alright, so I'll do you something better. What if you only spent $10 a month on that? So that's $120 a year. You go 10 years, that's $1,200, and then in 30 years you have about $3,600. And the reason I say it like that is, have you ever heard of Consumer Reports?
Yeah.
Yeah? You know how nitpicky they are on their stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, so Consumer Reports did their own reliability study on our machine, and they found out two very important facts. One, our life expectancy of an average rainbow is 32.5 years. Our second thing is 5% of all rainbows ever need service. So the reason I brought up the 30-year thing is you spend $3,600 in 30 years on smell goods, what do you have to show for it?
Oh, nothing.
Exactly, you just have a whole bunch of empty Kindle and Febreze jars. So you have the rainbow, and if all it did was deodorize your room, it's still cheaper in 30 years than all your candles and stuff. And that's just if it made your house smell good. That's if it wasn't a purifier and a duster and a sanitizer and humidifier. So I've shown you all of those things, and the last thing I'm going to show you about the rainbow is it's also a vaporizer. So out of you and Spade, which one of you snores the most?
Probably Spade still.
Spade? Got a lot of those allergy stuff clogging up all those sinuses?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so y'all ever use Vicks Vapor Rub?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah. Alright, so what this is the ingredient in Vicks Vapor Rub. It is our eucalyptus. It is a natural bronchial dilator, so it's going to open up all those sinuses in your chest and your lungs to help you breathe easier. I'm not going to say that's going to get rid of your snoring, but your snoring is going to go way down because you'll be able to breathe. Your chest will be open. Your body won't be fighting off those allergens all night, okay? So you can put this in there about 15 minutes before bed while you're brushing your teeth, getting ready, putting the dogs up, and then come back and your room will be smelling all nice and clean. You'll be able to sleep better because you'll be able to breathe better. So, what do you think about the rainbow so far?
I like it.
You like it? It's a good machine. It does a lot of things. Most important part is this is just you moving it around your house once or twice a day. We haven't even got into the actual cleaning part of it yet. Alright? So, my next question to you would be is, can I see your vacuum cleaner?